I was scrolling on Shorts and I kept on getting recommended videos about troll towers on Roblox. So, I figured I would challenge myself and create one in 24 hours. My first problem was to think of a unique approach to the concept. My initial thought was to base it off of something popular currently. I knew that Season 3 of Squid Game had come out recently, so I decided to take inspiration from it. Now that I had my idea, it was time to start working on the game. I first created different sections in the main tower. Each section will have unique jumps to make the obby as fun and engaging as possible, but I had to focus on the first section as it is where the players spawn in. To create a good impression, I made a simple design based on the bedroom in Squid Game. Now that I had done it, I began working my way up throughout the different sections and built more obstacles. I also added different details from the show, some of them being featured in the games themselves. This obby gets gradually more difficult until the end. At this point, nothing about my game stands out. So I had to include some unique mechanics. Since I'm a beginner game developer, I had to learn about scripting. Since I was on a 24-hour time limit, this took up a majority of my time. Also, the reason for this time limit was because my birthday was on the next day, so I needed to complete the game fast. Anyways, I thought of two major games from Squid Game, which were Jump Rope and Red Light, Green Light. In Jump Rope, the player must get across the bridge without getting flung. In Red Light, Green Light, there is a button where if pressed, red light is activated. If anyone is moving inside the specific area, then they would die. At this point, I thought I was done, until I realized something important. Almost every Troll Tower game has these gears called gloves, which are essentially a way to slap other people to have them ragdoll. After realizing this, I quickly added a variety of these in my game. My last step was to monetize the game, so I added game passes for some of these gloves as well as a rainbow carpet gear which allows the player to fly. Also, I'm sorry to say this, but if you want to support the channel, you can help by buying a game pass or donating. I would appreciate it very much, but remember, it is completely optional and not necessary. Anyways, I had finally finished the game on time. Now, it was time to release the game. I titled the game Squid Game Troll Tower 3. Also, if you want to play this game yourself, you can find it by either typing Squid Game Troll Tower 3 in quotation marks, by going to my profile Kind Real Roblox, or through the link in the description. To get players, I spent all my Robux on advertisements. Since it was my birthday, I was very hopeful and had good hopes for the future of the game. As of the time I'm making this video, I had averaged around 8 active players with a peak of 30 active players. So far, about 800 unique players have joined, and only 4 have won. But now, it was time to check how much Robux I have made so far. Without further ado, I have made a grand total of 4 Robux. So, I would like to thank the person who donated that as well as everyone who has played. Also, if you want to have a shout-out in future videos, you can donate in the game so I can put your username at the end of my next videos. Anyways, thank you for watching and have a great day.